Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video because Htvront sent me their automatic heat press machine, so I will be unboxing it and testing it out in today's video. On top of the press, there is a little instruction booklet and one Teflon sheet. I decided to set it on the floor to remove it from the box. It is pretty heavy. Also, there's my dog. She is always in my craft room whenever I am crafting. She's also checking it out. This has a really good weight to it, which is kind of similar to my other heat press. I have an M press, and I feel like that's a good thing. They are industrial heat presses, so they should be heavy. I'm just removing the packaging, and here's what it looks like. I think it just looks really slick, and it looks like I have the white one. I do believe they also sell a blue one. Htvront is having a summer promotional sale. This is going on from July 7th to July 13th. This will be on their official website, but some other platforms such as Amazon as well. The event will have up to 50% off discounts, which is awesome, so I will leave some links down in my description box. I want to show a size comparison to my other heat press that I have. As you can see, this is a manual one where you press it down and there's a knob where you set the pressure as well. I feel like the Htvront is a really nice size. Here's what it looks like when you pull the tray all the way out. Also, here is my Cricut Easy Press 2, just so you have a comparison. This is the 12 by 10 one. Here's the tray that pulls out and you place your garment on top of this. The plate is a 15 by 15, which is a really nice size. That's what size my other heat press is, and it is perfect for me. It also has a heating pad on top of it, which is perfect. You can take it off, but I don't see a reason to take it off at all. Now let's turn it on. There is a plug in the back that you plug into an outlet, then it'll automatically turn on. To set the temperature button, you just press that temperature button and you can hit the plus or minus buttons to either increase the temperature or decrease it. Once you have it set where you want it, press the temperature button again and it'll set it. Then press the time button to set your time, and once again you can either hit the plus or minus button to either increase it or decrease it, then press the clock again to set it. The R button will blink red, and once it's done heating up, it'll turn green. There's a mode button on the bottom left, and this is really cool. It has 4 different options of set temperature and times, and if they're ones that you use, instead of having to manually input that, you can just click on that mode button. What's even cooler is the middle button is a custom button, so you can make your own temperature and times for settings to use. So here I am setting my temperature to 400 degrees and my time to 60 seconds. That is what I use for sublimation, and then I will press that middle button again to set it as a custom setting. I'm going to be testing this out with Htvront Glitter HTV, so I am setting the temperature and time to 315 at 15 seconds. The last button that I haven't talked about is this A, and this is actually really cool. When you have that on, I pull out the tray. Let's say I'm putting a shirt on here, I'm just adding my Teflon sheet. When you push the tray in, it'll automatically lower the heat press down. You don't have to hit the green start button at all. If you want the machine to stop pressing before the time's up, just press any button on there. I just hit the green R. Htvront sent me some HTV. Look how beautiful this glitter HTV is. I will be using that for my first project. Also, this is so pretty too. I cannot wait to make something with it. And they sent these pattern space looking vinyl, which is so cool. And here's some neon colors. These are really unique and fun. I will make sure to link all of these in my description box as well. I'm ready to test out a shirt. Let's go over to Cricut Design Space so I can grab my design. I'm going to upload my image. This bundle has a ton of cute images. You also get the PNG or the SVG. Normally I would upload the SVG, but I want this just to be all one solid color, so I am going to upload the PNG. Basically, PNGs I typically do for like print and cut images. I'm going to select cut image. For my size, I'm going to do 8 inches for my width, and I am going to make this blue. I'm going to mirror my design. Their instructions on their website says to use the iron-on plus setting, but I think I'm actually going to try the glitter iron-on setting. I placed the HTV glitter side down, then I have the Cricut cut it out. The glitter iron-on setting was perfect for this. It weeded really well. Glitter HTV can be kind of hard to weed because it's hard to see the lines. A really good trick is to bend the HTV a little bit and the lines kind of show up so you know where to weed. I made a custom setting for the 315 at 15 seconds, so I click the middle button twice and it pops up. I decided to lay my t-shirt down to see how it fits on the heat press, and the collar gets kind of stuck in there, so I decided to flip it around, and I think the way that it's going to work the best is have the collar on the outside part of the press. First, I'm going to preheat my shirt, and I also like to find the center of my shirt at the same time. I fold it in half, and then I placed it sideways on the press. I find that pretty easy to do it that way too. You have to press the tray all the way in for it to work. I press the green button, then I let it run for about 10 seconds. Since it's not going for the full time, I press a random button to make it pop back up. As you can see, it creates a line going directly down the shirt, so it's a really cool trick. I've been doing this for years and I love it. I placed the shirt back down. At first I had it hanging over the press, but then I decided to move it so that I can put my t-shirt alignment tool on top of the shirt. I bend my heat transfer vinyl on the side that's not sticky so that I can find the center. Then I just place it on my shirt. Looking at it backwards, I found it just a little bit tricky to make sure that it was not crooked or anything, but I think it looked okay. I slid the collar off of the press because you want it to have even pressure. Once that was done and I had everything smoothed out, I pushed the tray in all the way. Then I pressed the R button to start it. Towards the back of the press, I feel like there's not a lot of space, so when you put the t-shirt back there, you kind of have to bunch it up. But as you can see, it hangs past the heat press, so it ended up working out okay. Once it's done, it automatically lifts up the press and you can just pull the tray out. I believe their website says this is a cold press, but it was still kind of warm, and I decided just to give it a try, and the carrier sheet came off fine. Here's what the shirt looks like. I'll show a final look at the end, but the glitter is just so pretty and I really love it. Next, I want to try sublimation with the auto press, so I will go over to Canva and show you how I put the design together. For this design, I'm going to make it about 8 inches for the width. I love to do my sublimation images in Canva. I've found it the easiest this way. So I'll click on share and I will come down to download. Then I will select download again and it'll go into my downloads folder. So what I'll do is I'll just click on that. Now I can just print it from here. I'll go up to file, print. I have it set to last use settings. So under my printer options and print settings, here's the settings that I use for sublimation. I also have my Cosmos ink profile set up. Then I'll hit print. I turn on the heat press and I go to my custom setting for 400 degrees at 60 seconds. I absolutely love the custom setting. It really saves a lot of time. I'm using one of Cricut's infusible ink shirts, and here's my design. I go in with scissors and cut around the whole design. You don't want to have those straight edges because it will leave line marks in the shirt. I see people that rip it off, which helps too, but I always just go around with scissors and do it this way. I place butcher paper inside the shirt because the ink can bleed through the shirt, so you don't want it to do that. It'll bleed onto the butcher paper instead of the shirt. I place the shirt on its side, then go in and run my lint roller over it. I place butcher paper on top, then I preheat this for about 10 seconds or so. I don't do the trick to find the center because V-necks are really easy to find the center. Let the shirt cool down first before I place my design down, otherwise the ink will start transferring. Then I line up my design and I add heat resistant tape all around the edges. The butcher paper was really long inside the shirt, so it was getting in the way, so I decided to take some scissors and cut some of that off. Design is so close to the V-neck that I kind of struggled with where I wanted to put this on the press. I ended up putting the V-neck where I have it here, and honestly I feel like that was the worst spot for it. I don't know why I decided that. I really should have just put it on its side like I have been preheating them. I think that would have worked the best. Place the butcher paper on top, then I press the drawer in. I have the A set on the auto press this time, and as you can see here, it just automatically goes down. I don't have to press the button at all, and I really love that feature. I didn't use it the last time. It's done, the press will automatically come up, and I love that feature as well, how it really makes it all automatic. Here's the moment of truth for how it's sublimated, and look how bright and vibrant those colors are. So cool. I will also show you a close-up of this as well. Here's a final look at the shirts, and then I will also give you my thoughts on the auto press. I think this shirt turned out super cute. I love the glitter. Normally with HTV, I like to see the material of the shirt coming through the vinyl. That way I know it adhered well. The problem with glitter is you just can't see that, but I think it did adhere really well. When I took the carrier sheet, I had no problems taking that off. Here's my sublimated shirt. I love how bright and vibrant the colors are on the shirt. I did have just a tiny bit of ink smear at the top. I do think that was my fault because I was moving the shirt all around. I think the tape might have lifted off a little bit. Also, I think next time I'll put the shirt on its side, and I think with a V-neck shirt it would press a lot better. Also, the paper line did show up a little bit in the shirt, so with this press, next time I would rip it off. That way you have that like frayed edge. Even though I cut around it with scissors, I think that edge was just a little bit too straight still. Now for my pros and cons of the Htvront auto press. I'll start with the cons. There is not a lot of space to place the garment, which can make it a little tricky to get the seams out of the way for the press. With my other heat press, I have plenty of space to line up the shirt, and this feels a little limited with that. It does work well to move the shirt in different directions though, to make sure the seams aren't in the way. Another con is you can't adjust the pressure of the press, so if you need something that needs more pressure, such as puff HTV or DTF transfers, you could have issues with that. I did see a hack where you can put a second pressing pillow in the machine and kind of trick it into pressing firmer, but I haven't had a chance to test that out yet. Let me know if you've tried that. Now for the pros of the machine, I really love its size and it just looks great in my craft room. It is very easy to use. I love all the auto features on it. It does most of the work for you by automatically setting the pressure, and it'll even automatically close and lift up. This is really great if you struggle to press down on the heavier machines. If you have arthritis or anything like that, this would be a great option for a press. Also, the control panel is very user-friendly, and I love that custom setting where you can set all of your common temperature and times. The price of the machine is $295, so compared to the Cricut AutoPress, this is significantly less expensive. They will also be having their summer sale, so you can click the link in my description box for that. I definitely can see myself reaching for this AutoPress over my other heat press machines. I think it's a great machine. If you have the Htvront AutoPress, let us know how you like it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful.